a lot of ideas came together when this league was formed, and a lot of it stemmed from just like how do we reward the participants that come to our events, but normally like they know they're not going to win or they're not going to make it far, but they come to support. They come to give it their effort, but like they're just always going to be like the top 10, the top 4, the top 8 that are always going to be expected to like do better.
That's dope, man. And it's funny that you say, you know, your hockey background comes into play because when we were doing the NBA, my football background is what I my football background is kind of what I use to kind of navigate the meshing of those two cultures, like the football culture or the sports culture at large, and then breaking culture. You know what I'm saying? And side note, got a couple side notes just based on what you were saying. I just didn't want to jump in when you talked about the rivalries. What city would you say is Calgary's rival? Would it be Edmonton just because of proximity, or not really?
Like for the longest time, it was Edmonton,
Mm.
and like not I'm definitely not trying to hate on them because like I think
He's trying to hate, y'all. He's trying to hate. Not kidding. I'm just messing
but
with you.
we need that scene to grow. So unfortunately, that scene has not is in a state where they're really struggling to like keep their dancers dancing, but also bring in the new generation. And I know there's people out there trying, but so lately it hasn't been Edmonton. It's like if we go to Edmonton, you know, like there's a good expectation that like somebody from Calgary could potentially just win the jam, right? It's not like you know who's going to win, or if Edmonton comes down here, we're not as like worried right now. And like again, this might sound like a lot of hate, but it's the opposite. It's like I want that scene to grow because when I was growing up, Edmonton was the rivalry. We would go up there all the time. They would come down here, and we would go back and forth. Whether it's like our crew would win or their teams would win, it's like it's always been the back and forth thing, right? And like, you know, Vancouver, like if they were a lot closer, I think the rivalry would be really strong there because they do have a strong scene. They have a lot of great dancers out there, and like but again it's just so far like in the sense of driving distance like we could easily fly back and forth, but like I think if it's a driving distance, I think that's where like it makes it more like the cities really do come at each other.
Yeah, yeah. I think for us in Phoenix, it would be Tucson.
Tucson, yeah.
Yeah, because Tucson, that's ever since I've been here, and I'm sure it predates me moving here in 2005, but that's been, the rivalry right there because, you got people like Thesis that comes out of Tucson, Paranoid Android comes out of Tucson. Like, it's just a little small college town, but, it's birthed some dope people, and, Arizona, to a large extent, is credited with the birth of that abstract movement. So like a lot of that comes from down here as well. So then we had like the abstract versus the just the regular b-boy style type head. So some really cool stuff. But yeah, I just wanted to ask you that. Now, another thing I want to talk about is what's a
It's there's a bit of like barriers and struggles, like trying to like what's happening in your arts community that's sort of like facing these challenges. And the first thing that honestly came to mind was the Canadian B-girl scene.
For more quality content from Beyond the Cypher with Illskillz, don't forget to press the like and subscribe buttons. Also, feel free to follow us on Facebook and Instagram at Beyond the Cypher. Let us know how we're doing down in the comment section, and to make sure you don't miss anything from the channel, smash that notification bell. We appreciate the love and support. Peace. Until the next episode.